Looking for a little revitalization without the lengthy doctor office visits? At Doctors on the Go, our specialists bring beautiful to you, offering services such as Sculptra, Dysport, Restylane, Botox, Kybella, Juvederm Ultra, Volbella, and much more. We come to your home, office, or wherever convenience finds you. Rejuvenation is just a call or click away. Call 314-300-6814 or visit doctorsonthegolllc.com.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Pascal. I am here with an amazing human being, a St. Louis native himself, East St. Louis native himself, Tahir Moore. Man, what's good, man?
Oh, man, fantastic. Everything is great, man. Thank you for that. And clarifying, I mean, not to distance myself from St. Louis, but East St. Louis does not get the glory that they deserve. So I definitely appreciate you highlighting that.
You know what? It really doesn't. And what drives me nuts is that there's a lot of artists and a lot of actors and stuff like that that come from East St. Louis, but they don't even acknowledge that they're from.
I let them know immediately because I want people to know that, like, when the money comes, I'm still gonna act broke. Don't think
Ain't that the truth, though?
Don't think because I'm a millionaire, I'm not gonna be at Target. Target makes good clothes. I'm gonna be at Target.
Exactly, like Target.
Yes, I'm
Target,
gonna be
baby.
Jacques Penney. JC Penney, I'm gonna be in pennies. I'm still gonna be using coupons. People like, oh, yeah, you rich though. The rich don't say rich by using all their money.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Absolutely, I'm a sales shopper.
How do you think they keep all their money, man?
They go to the factory outlets.
Bam.
That's exactly what I'm gonna be at the Polo factory outlet buying everything.
Exactly.
Absolutely, man.
And it still looks like it's brand new.
It is brand new.
Still name brand.
It's got the tag on it.
It's just from the outlet.
Came with a receipt. I can take it back if I wanted to.
I got the receipts,
there
though.
It is. I'm out here.
So let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
East St. Louis, you started your stand-up and all that. What was the first place? What was the first place you did stand-up?
Church.
Word.
First place I did stand-up was church.
Church?
First place I did it probably in front of a... Yeah, church was the first place I did stand-up. That's why I honed my skills at, like, we did it on Hallelujah night because, you know, Christians didn't really celebrate Halloween, so we would have, like, a little talent show for the kids, and that's when I started doing jokes, is at church. I did jokes at my grandmother's funeral.
What?
Yeah,
wait. Let's elaborate on that because that sounds insane.
I have pictures to prove it. All right, so, you know, as Christians, they say, you know, it's not a funeral, it's a homegoing ceremony. So I got up there and told jokes about, you know, how my grandmother would, my grandmother from the South, so she would, like, eat buttermilk and cornbread, like, in the morning. She would put cornbread in a bowl and pour some buttermilk on it, and she would eat it, like, not warm, just like cold cornbread, cold buttermilk. And then she would, like, try to kiss me and be like, on my way out to go play. Yeah, that face. That face is the face I made.
Love you,
I was
mama.
like, don't.
Love you, granny.
And then you let her do it, and she it's a wet one, too. And it's like, why you using tongue? Grandma on my cheek.
And that stuff just marinating on your face and
then
crusts
you, like,
up and
wonder
stuff.
why the kids talk about me and don't want to play. I smell like a cow. Nobody, I don't want to play with me, but you can't tell your grandmama no.
The buttermilk, man.
Yeah, but the buttermilk. The butter. And she always had short hair. Like, her hair was always shorter than mine. And she'd be like, y'all kids getting in my hair. And we would just stop and be like, really? Really, Grandma? What hair? What are you talking about right now, Imogene?
But you did stand-up at your grandmama's funeral.
Because it's a homegoing ceremony.
What was that like?
It was weird because people didn't know if they were supposed to laugh, but it was funny. Because everything that I was talking about was stuff that if you spent time with my grandmother, you knew about her. Yeah, so I was just highlighting things and making jokes like that, and then
so you use that as your
it's a coping
your googly your eulogy.
Yeah, your googly. Yeah, yep. I did that, man, and I think it really lightened the mood. And when we had the repast, people were already in good spirits because we had just got through laughing. So we got to remember those amazing moments where we had and shared with her and what made her such a phenomenal woman. So
that's dope.
We were in good spirits. It was literally a homegoing ceremony. It didn't feel like a funeral.
I love that.
So yeah, man, I think more people should be like, I want mine to be in the club.
Shoot.
I want mine to be in the club. I want them to, when they put the embalming fluid in me, I want them to stage me like this. So people can come sit next to me and take pictures. But I gotta have sunglasses on because I don't want dead people's eyes. But I want to be like this. It's like, why cry? We had a great time.
Exactly.
I had a great time. And I don't want to live past 80. I ain't never seen nobody 82 kicking it.
I know a couple people.
I don't.
What about Hugh Hefner? What didn't he die in his 80s or something like that?
Yeah, man. But
he was kicking it. Look at all the Playboy bunnies he had and stuff.
Hugh Hefner is an anomaly because he was Hugh Hefner. He started a porn magazine, site, videos. He had tens of women around here at any given time.
Right.
He's rich. All that. The average 80-year-old is not going to have Hugh Hefner's life. If I had Hugh Hefner's life, I'll push it to 90. Okay?
Word.
But a regular 80-year-old, man, your friends are dead.
Yeah.
The grandkids don't really want to come around unless they need money.
You got a point. They all gone.
Trying to put you
dead
in a home.
Gone. They've been gone for remember that time when dinosaurs roamed the earth?
Listen,
that's when he was on this planet. Yeah.
If I make it to 81, I'm drinking whiskey with every meal. I will never drink another glass of water for the rest of my days on the earth.
And just shoot heroin.
I'm taking no vitamins. I'm gonna take a bump and a shot of whiskey, and I'm just see what happens, man. I'm gonna see what happens.
A bump of sugar.
Yeah, a bump of sugar, of course. Booger sugar. Hello.
Oh man! So after obviously doing your stand up. At your grandmama's funeral and all that, you went on to an actual stage. Where did you you start?
First place I set a foot on stage was the Funny Bone out in Westport Plaza. Had an open mic night. I did that. And
how old were you?
I was 18. First time on stage, I was 18. And I sucked. I mean, I thought I was good at the time, but I didn't know. I'm going to be honest with you. St. Louis, it creates a glass ceiling for a lot of different fields and areas and genres, especially pertaining anything of the arts and entrepreneurship, because it's a very hard city to make it in. The fact that I heard they booed No Limit when I was here, that's a tank. A tank is impenetrable. How you booed a whole tank.
Let's just be real, though. When it came to that whole situation.
I've heard about it.
It took a long time for them to show up.
Yeah.
When they did show up, they were just phoning it in.
I hear that.
Let's just be real. You spent hundreds of dollars to come see somebody that you love or a group that you love, and they're not giving you what you need.
That's fair.
That's fair. People gonna be a little upset.
They also booed Charlie Murphy.
True.
So at the Fox, I was there.
Facts.
It was Mike Epps, Daphne, and Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, man.
They booed Charlie Murphy off stage, and then Daphne had to come back out. She's like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I already did my time. It was funny, right?
Check's already in the mail. I don't know what you're talking
about. And that's what he said. I already got paid. I don't need this. But St. Louis is a hard city to win over, man. It just is. But when they rock with you, they rock with you. So for me, I was doing stand up here. And I just wasn't putting my all into it. There were people who were doing it full fledged. Like Javon Bibbs has always been very adamant with it. Arvin Mitchell, Jesse Taylor has had numerous rooms. Eric Rivers, he's never slowed down. These guys have always had their foot on the gas, and I definitely admired it. But I felt like I needed to get out to explore different options, and I didn't want my sound to be super regional. And when I got to LA, I had to restructure a lot of jokes because there's no Snooks, there's no White Castles, there's no Kings Highway. So I had to be open to new environments and new opportunities to really expand my brand and be the best. The same thing when somebody just hit me up on Twitter. It was like, I've had a lot of adversity, and I've kind of talked about it on other podcasts, radio shows, things of that nature, like being shot, stabbed, set on fire, kidnapped, all of that type of stuff. Having a kid at 14, moving out at 14.
Right.
And he was like, how did you keep going? I was like, I think it was really greatly due to the fact that I was raised in East St. Louis, but I went to school in St. Louis. So most people who were raised in East St. Louis, that's all you saw.
Right.
And so if you think the ceilings is high, you're never going to go higher than that. But because I was, exposed to St. Louis, I saw bigger opportunities. I knew that a new car didn't have to be a new used car.
Right.
So when you're exposed to bigger and better things, you will do bigger and better. So for me, I had to get out of St. Louis to do bigger and better. And it really helped me because it showed me the world is so much bigger than St. Louis, but also it's a lot of money to be made. And I'm not afforded those same opportunities here in St. Louis. Like I can't get the same writing gigs on this TV show, on this sketch show. Like they're not paying for sketch shows here the way they are in LA.
Right.
Literally, a YouTube sketch show I'm writing for, and they're paying me $1,500 a script. And this is just the first edition. Like they're gonna do probably 3 rewrites, and I'll punch it up, and then I get paid $10 a page per page that I punch up.
Wow.
You don't have those opportunities here, so sometimes you have to get out of your environment to grow, and that's what it was for me. Like I didn't realize. I thought I was killing it here.
Right.
I got there. I was like, I am a small fish in a very large park.
Big ocean. But when did you realize that it was your time to move? When did you realize it was time to spread your wings and leave the nest, St. Louis?
I kept catching STDs. I was like, I got to get out of here. They are trying to.
People are bumping into each other way too much over here.
No,
too small of a pond.
I graduated college in 2008, and at the time, I had already tried to move to Atlanta, and I really just wasn't feeling it. And I knew I didn't want to go to New York because just the hustle and bustle of it, like, it's great for some people, but I like to get in my car and drive sometimes.
Word.
And just New York, I never felt like was the place for that. That's like getting your subway car and ride.
Right.
So I was debating on where to go, and I was on a tour at the time, and we went to L.A. for, like, one of the stops. And before I even got off the plane, like, we were literally just deboarding, and right where you're exiting the fuselage and you're about to walk onto the walkway, the sunlight just hit me, and I don't know, something just like here. And so we did the tour, finished up. I came back. I was already subletting my apartment, so everything was already packed up. I reached out to the real estate company, F them. They were like right down the street on Hampton. I was like, yeah, I'm moving out. So I flew back out. One of the guys that I was touring with at the time, he had just graduated UCLA. He was looking for an apartment. I spent a week and a half out in L.A. We found a place. I came back here, found a moving company, shipped everything 2 days later, and I drove out. It took me 22 hours nonstop. I didn't stop for restroom breaks. I didn't stop to go to sleep. I was like, I'm ready to go.
How long you been in L.A. now?
10 years.
10.
October 3rd made 10 years.
So when you first went out there, what was it like for you? Because obviously it's not like you went out there just hitting the ground hard, doing writing gigs and all that, right?
No. I know some purists that, like, now to this day, they're like, no, I'm just doing comedy, man. And they got, like, 13 roommates in a one-bedroom apartment. I was like, no, I'm going to get a job because I have a certain lifestyle, a certain level that I expect to live at, and I'm not too humble. I mean, I'm not too proud to get a job. So first job I got was at AT&T. I was selling DirecTV. And even though it was a horrible job, I feel like I took something from it. I like to learn something from it. And one of the things I learned is, like, you know, when you're selling things, it's hard to tell people no if you know their name. When you establish the relationship. Yeah. So if I was trying to sell you something, I'm like, sir, you should check this out. I would have introduced myself. Hey, man, I'm Tahir. Mm-hmm. What's your name? Pascal?
Pascal.
It's a good name, man. You should name a clothing line after that. I'd buy Pascal clothing. It sounds good.
Thank you.
Literally, you should.
Are you trying to sell me that?
No, I'm just trying.
Okay, I thought you were trying to sell me some AT&T stuff. You know, I got a little confused there.
That's how I would start with it.
Oh, so that was a front. I thought you were being real right there.
Yeah, no, but I do like the name. I did. Well, before we started filming, I was like, Pascal's a good name for a clothing line.
Thank my mother.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thank my mama.
Right,
mama. Thank you.
So, yeah, I started working with that, and then I started working at a lube shop, like a Jiffy Lube type thing, but it was like an off-brand thing. And it was hard. It was scary because I had no family, no friends. I didn't know anybody other than my roommate when I moved out to L.A.
I know you do a lot of stand-up in regards to losing weight and all that. So let me ask you, what has that journey been like for you now? Because I know you look like you've been thinning out. So
38 pounds down thus far. It's been hard, man, because, you know, if you're on the road, you get into places sometimes super early, super late, and the only thing open is trash.
Word.
So it's just about planning. But I go to the gym anywhere from 4 to 6 days a week now. That's very disciplined. Even when I'm on the road, I bring my workout clothes. I mean, 3 sets on, so I have no excuse to go to the gym. If I don't find a gym, then I will literally just run 3 miles. But, like, I'm going to take my shirt off by January.
Bet.
You know? And it's happening in a church. Because I want to show them how good God's been to me. You got to display the blessing sometimes for people.
Exactly, man.
So, like, I feel like if you're confident enough to take your shirt off in church,
in church of all places,
with anointing oil just dripping down my chest, just like come
trickling down all over your body,
not all over my body. Come test these blessings. Look how God be working. Won't He will? Won't He will?
Yes.
Just get out of His way, Amen.
Well, let me ask you this too, because this is true about being kidnapped and and all that. That's a true story. Do you mind telling me about a little bit of that? I know you said it a billion times, but I mean, just a quick.
Some family who were in unsavory lines of work.
Okay.
And one of my uncles who was in pharmaceuticals. I always went to school. Like school, I knew was going to be my way out. So everybody knew me. I was a kid that went to school and played tennis in the hood.
You played tennis?
Yeah, I was first seat in high
school.
For
real?
Yeah.
Shoot, man, I thought I was the only black kid that played tennis,
That's
man.
Exactly how every black kid feels.
Bruh.
Yes.
Bruh. Mm-hmm. I thought I was alone, man.
No, man. No.
It's a
my
cold
mom
world.
Would let me play contact sports.
Word.
Because I have asthma. So she put me in tennis in middle school. I had private lessons in middle school and then through the summer. And then I played in high school, and that's actually how I started the tennis team at Harris because they didn't have a tennis team.
Word.
Yeah, so I was.
Do you still play?
I don't as much. I tried to get my daughter into it, but she's not. And she would be so dope because she's tall and lanky, but like she's doing cross country, and I just was like, whatever.
Holla at your boy.
Oh yeah.
Anytime you're in town, we gotta play.
Oh word. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Now I'm not as good as I used to be.
Bruh, it's been a minute.
Exactly.
It's been a minute.
I played on tour with Kev because he was like, "I'll beat you." I was like, okay.
Right.
And I just had him going all over because the ball.
Kev on stage, huh?
Yeah.
He plays too?
No, but he's a natural athlete.
Okay.
Now he can just adjust
he got
really
skills.
well. And he did pretty good for like his first time, but like, they swing the hit. They don't swing through the ball.
Right.
And then they don't know how to control the ball.
Exactly.
So like I could just place it wherever and have him running all over.
And that's fun.
And then when I'm ready to end it, slice it, hit a drop shot, and he's out of there.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter how fast you're going to run. You're never going to hit that ball. It's going to spin back.
Right.
I'm going to win every time.
Blouses.
Yeah.
Duh.
Blouses.
Blouses.
Fade down.
But, so tell me a little bit about this distro thing.
So they caught me coming off the bus and took me to an abandoned house and was, trying to get the information for it.
Word.
Hitting me and things like that. They tied me up to a chair, like, with one of the ropes, like, the white ropes that girls used to jump rope with. And I didn't know anything, so they just, threw kerosene on me and set me on fire and left me there. But the rope caught on fire, and I was able to, like, break the chair and get out and run and tell my uncle.
That's true?
That's a true story.
That's really a true story?
Yep.
Any burns on your body?
I had, like, some second, nothing too bad. Like, the pants caught the most of it. And... they ran, like literally scattered. So it wasn't like they stood there and waited. Like they stood there and waited, it would have been over.
Wow.
Let's get out of here. And set on fire and ran. And so, I'm struggling and everything, and the ropes are catching on fire, and I'm able to like lean back, the chair breaks, and I'm able to run out.
Wow.
Like if they would have stood there, it would have been really bad. But because of that, just the pants were caught on fire, and then my legs was like a little burnt, but it wasn't that bad.
Oh wow.
And I didn't realize, like, until this year, I was telling somebody else, I was like, oh, I guess that was kidnapped.
Yeah.
And I was like 13, so I'm like,
You're like, they were just playing hide and seek.
Yeah,
A very, very
there was no
advanced
ransom.
version of hide and seek.
Yeah, because there was no ransom, I didn't, like, equate it to kidnapping.
Right,
and I was
right.
13.
Right.
Kidnapping is usually, like, 6 to 8 year olds or something like that.
Right.
And I was like, in East St. Louis, like, kidnapping East St. Louis. That's a suburban thing. That's a out of the country thing. So I didn't even equate it to that until this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I mean, again, it's like when that's your environment, that's all you know. So like, I didn't think that was anything crazy. Like I didn't talk about that to my guidance counselor and think I needed therapy because like, I also got shot at 14.
Right.
So I'm like, I just think this is just part of this element of this environment. I didn't think this was obscene. I knew other people had got shot. I knew people, involved in a lot of gang activity and getting jumped, going to the skating rink or wherever, supermarket, don't matter. So this is just part of like, you got to watch your back. I didn't know until I got older and got exposed to different environments. Like, oh, that's not normal.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all did? You 15? You don't have a kid?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you
interesting.
And a kid at 14.
Had a son at 14.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
I had to take him to school a lot of times. I would be, because I was in marching band and concert band, so we'd be practicing marching band. He'd be out there walking with me, holding my reeds.
Saxophone. How's that? How's that going? I mean, or how was that at that time? Yeah.
I wasn't old enough to work, so like to make money, I had to go. It was a junkyard in Cahokia called Marty's. I used to work there. I would leave school and catch a bus, go to Marty's, so make like $30 a day. And there used to be another one downtown, right off the 70, called Richards. And I used to work there, like picking up cans, stripping cars of aluminum, breaking down alternators, everything for the copper, just to make $30 to pay for, daycare, diapers, all of that type of stuff. Yeah. This is before I was driving, so all of this is like bi-state. Like I'm cruising on the bi-state. Then when I graduated high school, I wasn't planning on going to college because I wanted to be here for him. But finally had saved enough money, got a DNA test, found out he wasn't mine.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So
wow.
Like, peace. You ain't my kid now. I want all them shoes back, sucker. Nah, but
I want ROI on this thing, man. I want return on investment.
Yeah, no. It was bittersweet though, man, because this is a kid that had been in my life for the better part of 4 years.
Yeah.
And like it was crazy.
You still in contact with him?
No, man.
Day?
Actually, a lot of stuff happened between his mother and I, and we lost contact. And she lost custody. He was awarded the state. I found out all of this stuff after the fact. He was with a foster home, and now he's with the aunt now.
Okay.
So I don't think the mom's in the picture anymore. I haven't spoken to her in years.
Dang.
Yeah, a lot has transpired.
Well, I'm glad that the kid's in a good spot.
He's in a good space now.
With his aunt.
Yeah. But then once I found out all the stuff, I tried to contact him, but because the court said they had tried to contact me for like 2 years and I never responded, I had no rights as a custodial figure. So like I couldn't contact him while he was with the foster family until he was 18, unless he wanted to contact me. So all my stuff was on record, but like they were trying to contact me in Miami. I've never lived in Miami, and it was like, well, the mom said you did. I was like, well, she's in a mental institution, so maybe not go off of her word.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Sorry to hear that, though.
Not me.
I mean, as far as all those things go down,
yeah, I mean,
how it went down and everything, it's unfortunate.
It's part of life.
It's an unfortunate series of events, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hate that it happened to him because he was a really good kid. Really good kid, really funny, loved Michael Jackson, do all the impersonations, dances, all that. That's the part that really hurts, is like I got to so attached, and then he got snatched away because like when she got mad thinking I was lying about it, and I showed her the results, and she was like, fine, and then I just didn't hear from her anymore.
Yeah.
She changed the number, became a Jehovah's Witness, and I just never heard from her again.
Dang.
And then everything I heard later was after the fact, and I had no control over the situation at that point. So,
man, you please tell me you're writing a book.
Everybody keeps saying that, but like this is the most open I've ever been in this last year and a half about these situations.
Right.
Because I've always grew up like, a lot of black families like, don't put your business out there. Business out there. Like, I'm literally going against the grain of everything I learned like within the last year. Like I have a therapist now. I'm way better with communication. Like whereas when my lady used to get into it, I would just be mad for 3 days and be quiet for 3 days, and it's just very tense in the house. But now we sit down, talk about everything now, because it's like it's no use in holding on to that. Like, but a lot of inner city and especially people of color, we don't talk about our situations. Family business. You don't put family business in the street.
Right.
But that's why you got so many people walking around with all of these demons and harboring all of this ill will, because you haven't talked to somebody. You haven't seen professional help. We look at going to a therapist as a stigma. Talking about your problems not going to do anything. Well, neither is holding it in. So, I sought professional help, and I'm very glad I did.
We as black people like to hold it all in, bottle it up, and just like basically what you were just saying, it's one thing that I feel like we should be more bougie about our mental health.
It's definitely
than anything else.
It's an inner city thing and just a people of color thing, and I think a lot of it's also attached to masculinity. Like as a kid, think about as a kid when you fail. You encouraged to get up, don't cry, you're a big boy.
Right.
Don't cry, wipe your tears.
That's not what a man does.
Yeah, but as a young lady's being raised, she's taught to take care of her baby doll, make sure her baby doll's fed, keep it clean, don't do her hair, all of that. They're taught to nurture, right? So I always think that men love to live, women live to love.
Right.
Right? Because they're brought up to love, to nurture, to take care of, We're brought up to live life. Don't cry. Conquer as much as you want. Conquer as much as you can. Like, don't talk about your problems. And that grows into what we are at right now as a society, where we don't talk about our problems. We got I think communication can solve 90% of the problem in the world. But like if you go in ego first and go in with that mentality that you were raised like that, then it's like, we can't talk. Let's just fight.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to bring my bombs too. I'm going to bring my guns too.
Yeah, right.
I don't like when you bump me and didn't say excuse me.
Right.
in front of my friends and embarrass me, and now I feel attacked. And you be like, man, my bad. I didn't even mean it like that.
130,000 Instagram followers, right? You've got over millions of views on
YouTube,
on a collection
Facebook,
of YouTube,
across
Facebook,
platforms, yeah.
Instagram, the whole nine. Like, what got that whole thing started in the first place? Because obviously there's...
consistency.
Okay.
I was doing videos, whenever I wanted to, maybe once a month, once a week, something like that. And then when I started working at ADD, I kind of just watched what Kev did. Kev put a video up every day. Whether he made a video every day or he posted something new. Oh, he posted a video every day. And I was talking to him about that, and he was like, I was like, do you think I should go clean? He's like, I think you should be true to you. He's like, but if you do clean work, it's easier to share.
Yeah.
Because like if you do blue material, you have a core group, they'll share with their friends. But if you do clean material or cleaner material, then you got people at work that can share it. You got people at church that can share it. And you can it strengthens the chance of you widening your fan base and also blowing up faster.
It gives you more crossover appeal,
it does,
too.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So I started doing... videos every day, and then I started, cleaning up my set and cleaning up the content, and the numbers just kind of grew.
How's it been for you since as the numbers have been growing? Has it been
man, it's phenomenal.
Bigger gigs, bigger opportunities, the whole nine.
Oh my God, I was in Nice the other day, in South of France. Just having grapes fed to me. I have a private jet now. I get everything new. What I'm saying? I only wear socks one time. I actually changed them in the middle of my day to put on another pair. I'm rich.
Exactly.
I am wealthy, rich. I loaned Oprah some money 2 weeks ago. Still hasn't paid me back. Tyler
Oprah,
Perry,
what's up?
yeah, me and Tyler Perry are partners. I own half the lot.
Right.
No, it's been good, man. I think the most difficult thing to do is put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, but very rarely does greatness come from a place of comfortability. So unless you're willing to step out there on that deep end and face those fears and do something you've never done before, you'll never see your true potential. You'll always be comfortable. Like living in St. Louis would have been comfortable. $400 a month, I could do that in my sleep.
Right.
I make $400 now in a week on T-shirt sales. Like in 1 week, that would have paid my rent.
Right.
But I wouldn't have ever had the idea to all right, make some of my jokes into T-shirts unless I went into the deep end and try something uncomfortable. And like, oh, people like when I say this. Okay, let me put this on a T-shirt. Because I wouldn't have had the opportunity to go on tour with Kev. And I wouldn't have had the opportunity to work with, the tons of people I work with. I don't like the name drop like that. But I wouldn't have had those opportunities unless I faced that uncomfortable situation and put myself in an uncomfortable situation. So It's been great. It's been a learning experience. It's been a learning curve. And I've had I bumped my head a couple times, and thankfully, no scandals or anything right now. But I'm trying. I'm trying to keep it to the low, because I'm so close. I gotta, the DM be popping. I just be like, no,
nope.
I see.
Nope.
Like,
Delete.
sometimes they don't even say hi. They just
hit that
just
trash button.
They send this, and I'd be like, no, it's the devil. This is not of Christ. You sent it on Sunday, but this is not of Christ. I know. Because Jesus wouldn't do that.
No, he wouldn't.
Jesus would say, hi, my son. You just came in with
yeah.
How are these? Like, you think I should change this shirt? First of all, it's a nice shirt, but no. Just
moving on.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Next.
Yep. So you gotta, like with every level there comes more responsibility, but there also comes more discipline on top of it.
But there is one thing that is actually changing right now. Instagram is taking away their likes. That like feature. What is your thoughts on that? Because I
don't care. I don't care about views.
So you don't get paid on certain videos or certain things or sponsored content?
I get paid on YouTube. I get paid on Facebook. But Instagram, no. Only thing I get paid from that is when people want me to promote something. And I don't promote something. If you've ever seen a promo video from me, it's because I really like the product and I just did it out of the goodness of my heart.
Okay.
But I don't do paid promo. I know a lot of people do, and I probably should. It's an extra source of income. But I feel like when you have a certain amount of followers, you owe them to be real. Like I do paid promo on my podcast, but they paid.
Yeah.
I'm not doing $400 to promote your rap song. I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But if I like it, I will tell people, I picked this new artist.
Right.
Y'all should check him out.
Yeah.
But I don't want to ever just promote a product on my fan page and it's not something I truly believe in. But I'm not a purist. I'm not I'm not going to promote alcohol. If Tullamore Dew hits me up, I love that whiskey, I would definitely take the check and promote it. Because I do it now for free just because I really enjoy it. I think it's a great whiskey. So
that's what's up.
But, yeah, man, you got to be selective. Align yourself with the right things and make sure people know who you are and who you aren't. what you are going to bend for and what you're not. Because I think everybody has their price.
Right.
You know, like I like to think I'm a very loyal and honest and truthful person, especially to my core group.
Right.
But like if somebody called me like, yo, I got $1 billion, I would tell on everybody. Everybody. Mom, best friends.
Right.
I'm telling everybody secret for $1 billion. I will buy a new life for $1 billion and still have change left over. I'll buy them. I'll buy them, but like I own you now. You have to be my friends.
You're supposed to. It's in the contract, in that fine print right down there.
It's not like a slave thing. It's just like, but I own you. Okay,
you have to laugh at my jokes.
We're gonna move. We're gonna move. I took care of everything, so it's okay. It's okay.
So you just got done with Laugh Lounge.
Yeah,
correct.
Yep, Laugh Lounge was great.
Laugh
we did 3
Lounge
shows.
this weekend.
Yeah, it was fantastic, man. St. Louis came out, showed a lot of love, and we had 2 good days out of the 3 of great weather.
Right.
So yeah, very thankful for that. It was a lot of fun.
Where to next?
Back home, filming today with Kev on stage in his studio, and then Friday I'm filming on this new show called Stumptown. It comes on ABC. I booked the role with that. Catch me on In the Cut this new season. Playing this reporter. And then just gearing up for pilot season, man. Keep losing weight for pilot season. The first acting class I took, this is this lady named Leslie Kahn, and I remember she was like, she had everybody go up and what they want to do. They want to be lead. They want to be supporting actor, comedic actor, dramatic actor, all that. I was like, I want to be a leading comedic actor. She was like, you're gonna have to lose some weight. I said, excuse me. She was like, you're too fat to be a lead right now. Wow. You'll always be the funny guy next door. You'll always be the funny best friend. And she gave it to me raw, and she wasn't wrong. If you look at Hollywood, that's who they are. If the fat guy is a funny lead, his wife is unbelievably hot, right? Like that's what they do. That's
true. And
if he is,
that's the whole comedy. Is like, why is she with him?
Right, but he's funny.
How are they together? But he's hilarious.
It's never a fat guy who's dramatic. Like never a fat serious guy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
John Goodman. Shout out to John Goodman.
Yeah, he was still a comic. Yeah, he played a straight role, but Roseanne was also big. But they both were funny.
Yeah, they got a point there.
Yeah, you never get the hot girl with the straight guy, the straight lead guy is what I'm saying. Like,
right.
It just doesn't have. They like to put people in boxes. Like Chris Pratt was going to be the first heavier,
right?
But even before they started filming, he lost more weight. They had to redo all the costumes and everything for Guardians of the Galaxy because he lost weight for that role.
Yeah, he got real fit.
He got ripped,
and now he's leading man material.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I want to be that. So I'm gonna lose some more weight and get ready for this pilot season. Take my shirt off at church, get some blessings. That's dope. Yeah, man. And then go back on tour.
Your relationship with Kev on stage is obviously really strong. Yeah. How did you guys meet? Because
Kev,
we only have a little bit.
They reached out to me to do a sketch. Kev was already familiar with me and my comedy because he had saw me perform. I had only heard of Kev. I had never seen him do comedy before. Kev didn't do it the traditional way. Like he honed his skills in Seattle. And then he blew up on YouTube, and then he started doing private gigs. So he built his chops like kind of hand in hand as touring on the road, and then also from like doing YouTube videos. So whereas most people, spend years and years in the club building their chops and growing their hour and whatnot, he did it another way. So when he started the tour, because Kev had to fire me from ADD. Right? He was a person like, this is what happened. So on a Monday, we used to do this show called The Drop, me and my co-host Meg Scoop. On Monday, they told us, hey, man, The Drop is getting canceled. It's either The Drop or y'all. We had to pick. So The Drop is costing too much money to produce. Whoop-de-whoop. So we're canceling it at this Friday so y'all can keep the jobs. Cool. Friday comes. We do The Drop. And right after we finished filming, Kev was like, can I talk to you for a second? And that's never, ever been a good thing when somebody says that. So... he fired me right after that. And but it wasn't his choice. It came from the higher ups. And then shortly after that, he approached me with the opportunity to host the tour. And he was like, I don't know how many dates it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to be. But luckily it ended up being like 60-some dates. We sold out 90% of the shows. This year we did 86 dates. We sold out 98% of the shows.
Incredible, man.
I mean,
that's dope.
Comedy took me to London.
Man.
And I was afforded the opportunity to take my mom with me. She had never been out of the country. So I took my mom to London, Paris, and Barcelona, all on comedy last year. This year we did Amsterdam, Barcelona, Birmingham, Paris.
Man.
Isn't
that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Like when you just have that moment where you ever have those moments of
absolutely
that
It's so
that
surreal.
moment of epiphany, or you have that epiphany where you just like you take a step back, you're like, whoa.
I'm here on
Like
jokes.
I'm standing right in front of the Eiffel Tower right now, and it's all because I'm funny.
Yes.
Wow.
I saw the Mona
this
Lisa
is dope.
and was greatly disappointed. And how like it's literally the Mona Lisa is this big.
I mean, it's really that big.
It's this big.
It is really
They
that
got
big.
it behind like a 3-inch bulletproof glass plate.
15 yards away.
But if you have somebody in a wheelchair, they'll let you pass the rope. So I put my mom in a wheelchair.
Word.
And we were right in front of her.
You're like, I got you, Ma.
And
Like,
she was like,
just-
where's the picture? And I showed her. She was like, I'm not in it. I was like, it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you.
See, you sat down in that chair, so I had to do the
zoomed
selfie.
in.
And
I put it on
couldn't put
portrait. I put it on
all
portrait
the
so
same
it went
time.
closer. Yeah,
I couldn't do that saying at the same time.
But
Come
yeah,
on
man,
now.
it was epiphany. Like to be able to take, and then like walking through
amazing.
the streets of London, like you never know how far your reach is. Like people were familiar with ADD over there, so like we literally would walk like 30 feet, and then somebody would see me in a group and want to take a picture.
Yeah.
And, like that was my mom's first time seeing that fanfare in person.
Yeah.
Like when I first started doing comedy, she was like, I don't think you should do it. You know,
Right.
You're smart. You should take the job at Target. Target had offered me a job as a
Target.
marketing editor for like $75,000 when I first moved out to LA. It was like no, because it would have occupied all my time.
Right.
So and it wasn't what I wanted to do. Like,
Of course not. It's not your passion.
It's not my passion.
Absolutely.
So, you know.
So speaking of that, real quick, one last question because we got to wrap this up. But my question for you is this, because I know there's a lot of artists out there, comedians out there that would love to brave the stage, get out there and start doing stand up. Do you have any one piece of advice that you could give to any startup?
Just don't do it. Don't. It is a long or treacherous road.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Wow.
Unless you love it, because you're not going to get rich overnight. It's a 10-year overnight sensation.
Yeah.
Like, nothing comes fast. The payment sucks. Like to this day, I'm one of the highest paid hosts in LA at my night, but we built that night up. Right. Most times, if you're doing a set in LA, you're getting $15, maybe $20. Sometimes people have tried to pay me in drink tickets or like food plates. Like literally, LA is horrible. If it wasn't for my career and my craft, I would not be there.
Word.
Like it's super expensive. It's overcrowded. Traffic is the worst I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
Like in any of the 50 states, the traffic in LA is unparalleled. The only traffic I've seen that bad is China. Like, but anywhere else does not compare in the slightest. It's all for the love of the game. It's all because there's no amount of money that can equate to that feeling I get when somebody is genuinely laughing and they've talked with me after the show and they tell me what they're going through. You know, they have a mother dying of cancer and they just left the hospital, sitting by her bedside, and they're giving her a week to live. Or they were dealing with suicide and they thought about doing something drastic until they saw the video I did on ADD. Like that feeling is unparalleled, it's unmatched. And when you get that, it only strengthens that love, and it surpasses all the hurdles and everything that you have to go through so much that it renews my love for it.
Yeah.
So unless you love it, don't do it, because it's not something that's fly by night. You have to commit to it the same way you would a relationship.
Yeah.
You can't make it a side girl. You can't make it a side thing or a fling. Like you have to commit to this. You're not going to make it. You're just going to take up space. You're going to make it harder for other people who do want to make it, because you might have a friend that can put you in or something like that, and it just makes it harder for somebody else. So unless you're serious about it, don't do it. Comedy is one of the hardest crafts to ever do in entertainment. We have no band. If you go see a concert, there might be somebody, even if you don't like the artist, you might like the beat, you might like the drummer. Man, this drummer is killing it. The bass guy is killing it. You might find something else to connect with there on doing that performance. But with comedy, it's just you in a sea of white eyeballs looking at you to see if they should give you their laugh.
Yeah.
It's one of the hardest things to do in your life. And I take it very seriously. So if you're not going to take it seriously, please don't do it.
Yeah.
And that's with anything.
Do it only for the love of it.
Yeah, I mean, the money helps.
Oh, yeah, the money's good when it's good.
The money helps.
It's definitely.
I'm so rich.
Right.
It's just sickening. Sometimes I just go to my bank account, look at it, I get disgusted, and I break my phone. This is my 16th iPhone 11, because I just like, it doesn't make any sense.
Let's just break it for the fun of it.
I'm so rich. Oh, my God.
Oh, man, Tahir Moore, man, I appreciate you, man.
Thank you for having me, Pascal.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Absolutely, man.
Big shout out to iDream Entertainment for this hookup.
Yeah,
Morgan Casey, thank you so much. But yeah, man, go and check him out. Very funny dude, Tahir Moore. Check him out on Instagram. All his social medias, we'll have it in our sections down below and all that stuff. But anyway, man, thank you
for having me, man.
Yeah,
all
man.
right, y'all take it easy.
You too, man.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Pascal. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But if you want to check out some more of our stuff, we got some great interviews, skits, parodies, and other great music. Go and click that like button on the Facebook page. And also, we do have a YouTube channel. Go hit that subscribe button real quick. It really mean a lot. We got other great stuff over there as well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Much love to you guys. Peace.
That boy is good.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.